benefits for agricultural workers. So I think he put at the forefront the importance of agricultural workers in not only from the perspective of the economy in California, but also from the perspective of health. And that serves as an example for the entire nation.
Thank you, Dr. Pinson Perez. And yeah, that's true. To say a little bit about, to tell about a little bit about Cesar Chavez, he was an activist about the rights of the farms. He fought for fair wages, fair rights for the farm people. Something that especially happened here in California. And something curious that people maybe don't know is that this holiday is not celebrated nationwide, it's just in certain states. So first here started in California, then it's extended in Texas, it's optional in Colorado. So yeah, that's the thing, but in California is really, really important because all the events Cesar Chavez made happen here. So yeah, that's true. Well, right now we're gonna start with the announcement. International students, let's save the date for international convocation. This 2022 graduation will be on Saturday, May 21 at 12 p.m. in the Satellite Student Union. So save the date for celebrating your graduation. We are very happy and we are very proud of you. Right now, we're going to introduce the speaker. Well, and this time we have two speakers. The first one is Sunday Gabriel Ayeni. He's majoring in industrial technology. He's a freshman here at Fresno State. He speaks Yoruba and English and enjoys a lot soccer. Also, we have Nyah Udeme. He's majoring in industrial technology also, and he's a freshman too. He speaks EBBO and English and also enjoys soccer. So let's welcome Sunday and Nyah here. Thanks for being with us today, and we hope you enjoyed the coffee hour.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sunday Ayeni Gabriel. I'm glad to be here today. And looking at this, coming down to the United States, a lot of people ask, why is your first name Sunday? Like, this is the seventh day of the week. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's the seventh day of the week everywhere, yes. But that's just to show you a little bit about my culture, where I came from. In Nigeria, a lot of people born on Sundays are called Sunday. So we see it as like a special day in Nigeria. And if you look at it biblically, the seventh day is the day that God rested. So it's believed when you're being named Sunday, it brings some kind of good luck to you. And very funny, my partner here, my colleague here too, is also called Sunday. So you should say a little about himself too.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, to further buttress what my colleague has said, my name is Nyah Udeme Sunday, and I also share the same Sunday with him, right? And you know, Sunday is a special day for we, the Christians, like he actually said for now. And actually, I want to first and foremost thank all of you all for having this opportunity to sit and, you know, want to further understand Nigeria properly from Nigerian citizens. And I'm happy that I'm quite opportune to be here to be able to talk more about my country. So I'll be handing this mic over to my brother. I call him a brother because we are actually from the same country, so we share the same Sunday. But that's cool. Then we can, you know, continue our presentation from here. Thank you.
Did you guys know each other before coming to Fresno State, or you guys met?
Actually, we mixed right here in Fresno.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it coincidence?
And we happen to be to major in industrial technology. We're having our masters for our graduate studies in industrial technology. So the main reason why we're here is Nigeria, not definitely because of us, We're here to talk about Nigeria and tell you more about Nigeria, the country called Nigeria. Yeah. So Nigeria, I believe you've heard about the country before. It's actually a country in Africa, as we all know. So from the word Nigeria, you can definitely get a word called Niger. We all know, like, Niger is like the 11th or 7th longest river in the world. So that's where the name Nigeria was coined out from. So actually, the name Nigeria was taken from the Niger River running through the country. So Nigeria as a country, we have the river Niger running through it. And this name was coined on January 8th, 1897. Yeah, on January 8th, 1897, by a British journalist named Flora Shaw. So she was the first person to call the name Nigeria, because actually, I must tell you, Nigeria as a country is first been called Nigeria. So, you know, with all the accent and how, you know, we don't speak like you sometimes, and so she was like reporting on something on the, like, a live TV, and she was like, I want to talk about Nigeria. She makes us say Nigeria. I hope you're getting me. So she was like, the country called Nigeria. So that's how we got the name Nigeria from. So since that time, since 1897, we've been called Nigeria, and we love it. We love our beloved country. Yeah. So now the Federal Republic of Nigeria gained independence from the British colonial masters on October 1st, 1960. Yeah. That was the special day we got our independence from the colonial masters. We are formally under the British government. So until the year 1960, that's when we got our independence. So Nigeria is a country located in West Africa, as we know, with a land area of about 923,768 square kilometers. Nigeria also shares its border with Benin Republic in the west, Lake Chad and Cameroon in the east, and is bounded with Niger in the north, leaving the southern part of Nigeria to the Atlantic Ocean. So the southern part of the country is towards the Atlantic Ocean. And this country called Nigeria is having 36 states in it. Yeah, we have about 36 states, and we have our federal capital territory as Abuja. We call it Abuja, ABJ. So I'd like to move on from that and come.
All right. To further buttress what he has said, in the first slide, he made mention of the country Nigeria, how to pronounce the name Nigeria came into place. He further made mention of the 36 states in Nigeria, also the federal capital territory also in Nigeria. So I'll continue this with the next slide. Has to do with the flag of Nigeria. As a country, each country has a unique flag that is attached to the country. It has to do with a national identification of the country. And Nigeria, we have the flag of green, white, green. And it's actually a two-color flag. And on the slide, you could actually tell what this color represents, all right? This color represents, for the color green that we see on the shared screen, it represents wealth, rich, and natural resources. Other people could say, oh, it's vegetation, because green is vegetation and all that, but that is cool. You could say green stands for vegetation, right? Then the color white also stands for peace and unity, right? The first time this flag was raised was in the Independence Day, which was October 1st, 1960. So as I go on with this, I'm talking about a national symbol, so that is known as the Nigerian coat of arms. It started as a symbol, so you could actually see this coat of arms in in government offices in Nigeria. You can see this in important offices. You can see it almost everywhere. You know, growing up, we were taught more about this coat of arms and what it represents. So I will quickly go read on the slide to tell you more about what this coat of arms actually represents. You can see the black sheet, right? It's very colorful and dress. So the white horse means dignity, like means strength. We Nigerians are known to have strength in what we do. We are known for the endurance and all that. So Nigeria, it stands for, the white horse stands for dignity. Red eagle is also for the strength, right? Red eagle means strength, so it symbolizes strength. We also have the white shape in the middle that stands for the two biggest rivers in Nigeria, which stands for River Niger and River Udeme. And to tell you more about the beauty of Nigeria, these two rivers cut across almost the center or half of the country's map. It stays almost in the middle, and they both meet at the center of half, just like how it looks on the coat of arms here. So we also have the flowers at the base. We have the yellow trumpet or the costus spectabilis, which is the flower for beautification, to tell you how beautiful this great country is. Where beneath it, you could see unity, faith, unity and faith, peace and progress. That is lined beneath this coat of arms. As you see, this coat of arms is very, very special. It means it also almost everybody in Nigeria. So I'm moving on to the next slide. Next slide that talks about the map of Nigeria. You can see how beautiful it looks, right? At the center of it, you can see the Abuja FCT, that is the capital of Nigeria. All part of the map talks about the northern part of the country. Below the Abuja FCT talks about the southern part of the country. So I will keep bringing on with the slide to further explain all these things better. And I hope people are already having a clue about how Nigeria is. People are finding it more interesting to know about Nigeria. So I'm going on to the next slide. So like I said, this map talks about all the 36 states in Nigeria. It's all there. So that's beautiful, very, very beautiful. So having talked about that, I also put another map that shows the 6 geopolitical zones. So we have Nigeria is further divided into 6 geopolitical zones, as you see on the screen. We have the southwest, we have the southeast, we have the northwest, northeast, north central, and south. And this is actually represented very beautifully on the map. So I will further go to the next slide. Now, having said a lot about these Nigerian states, what's really drawn my attention to all this is Nigeria is so blessed that each state has its natural resources, right? It's so blessed that each state has even both untapped and tapped natural resources. And I've been able to put some of these states, because we have about 36 states. If I mention everything here, then we're going to take much time. So we prefer to, make it as simple as we could. So the first state in alphabetical order in Nigeria is the Abia state. So they have gold, as you can see, lead and zinc, limestone, oil and gas, and salt. And trust me, they actually have more that has not been tapped into. If I'm to run through this slide right now, I'm going to take more time, but to further make you understand that Nigeria has a lot of natural resources, but the most important natural resources that Nigeria has is the crude oil. And Nigeria has always been one of the best, or is the biggest exporter of crude oil in Africa. So I will further go on this slide. So this talks about our currency. Can you see how our currency looks? It looks beautiful. We drew a pattern about our currency. We have to use our leaders who has contributed a lot in the society. We make use of the coin, like peanuts. I'll start from the lowest. We have the 50 kobo, right? It's beautiful. It shows maize on it. It symbolizes something too, that we have a good maize farm in Nigeria, that is, because Nigeria has a good vegetation and that grew maize there. Further go to 5 naira. 5 naira is the least paper currency we have, or something. Then we have 10 naira, 20 naira, 50 naira. So 1,000. 1,000 is the highest denomination.
How much is 1 naira in dollars?
1 naira in dollars, I think, I don't have an answer to that right now, but I will come back to that as soon as I'm done with the slide. Thank you. All right. So I'll go to the next slide. I haven't said all these things. You can see how big Nigeria is. There are a lot of potentials in Nigeria. And it has to talk to us about how giant this great country is. And I will be handing over this to my colleague to talk more about how giant, or what makes Nigeria giant. Trust me, giant of Africa is Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. So, as I said earlier, giants, we all know what a giant means. When we're talking about giant of Africa, Nigeria is being known as the giant of Africa everywhere in the world because of our massive population. Yes, we know in Africa, we have the highest population in Africa. So it is the most populous Black nation in the world. Yes, that means any country where you can find a Black person, like Black people in general, you must have a Nigerian there. Yes, anywhere in the world, we have Nigerians doing great things everywhere in the world. So when you look at these, everywhere, we are the most populous Black nation in the world, like I said earlier, with a population of about 219,463,862. So Nigeria is by far the most populated country in Africa. It's the 7th most populous country in the world. Yes. We'll take a look at, after maybe China, India, United States, Brazil, and all, we are the 7th in the whole wide world, just to show you how massive the country is with people. Yeah. So Nigeria has the largest economy in Africa, of course, because we have the largest population, we have the highest GDP. Yeah, we produce a lot of things. We have our importation and exportation. We bring a lot into Africa, and we also sell some of our natural resources, which my colleague said earlier, crude oil. We can get a lot of things from crude oil, such as diesel and all. So now, approximately 70% of the country's employment is actually based on agriculture. Yes, we have a lot of farmers in Nigeria. We are into agriculture. Despite the fact that we have crude oil, that's not what's feeding most of the people in Nigeria. What's giving us employment most is agriculture. So now I'll move on to the next slide. Having said Nigeria being the giant of Africa, anyway you mention the giant of Africa, people know you're talking about Nigeria, of course. So this is due to our cultural diversity. Yes, Nigeria is a diverse country. We have about 250 ethnic groups and about 520 languages. Imagine in a country where people are so many, so we have so many groups like tribes and ethnic groups, and everybody is having their own languages, but that doesn't mean we don't have a major language that we use to like communicate with each other, which is English. So the variety of customs and traditions among the Nigerians makes it diverse. And the three largest ethnic groups in Nigeria are the Hausas, the Yorubas, and the Igbos. So we have three major ethnic groups. I'd like to mention them again. We have the Hausas, the Igbos, and the Yorubas. So the Hausa they encompass the whole, they're about 30% of the whole Nigeria. And the Yoruba people are about 15.5% in Nigeria, and we have the Igbo people to be about 15.2. So I think the Hausa people are the ones dominating, like they have the major share in Nigeria, followed by the Yoruba people, and then after that we have the Igbos. But that doesn't mean there's like maybe controversial. Such as mentioned in our coat of arms, yeah, we are in unity. Yes, we are one. Despite the difference in our language and our traditions, we are still the same Nigeria. You say anywhere you find a Nigerian, you will be like, oh, I can see my brother, I can see my family from here. Okay, so when we talk about languages in Nigeria, English is the official language, yes. We have then Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo are also major languages. You know, they are the ethnic groups. So what they speak is what they are being called. Yoruba people they speak Yoruba language. I am from the Yoruba tribe. I speak another language called Yoruba, not Spanish, not all those beautiful languages. We also have our own, which is called Yoruba. And the Hausas too, they have their own language, and the Igbos. So when we talk about religion in Nigeria, we have the Christians and the Muslims. Yes, we have the Christians and Muslims, and we also have traditional believers. Traditional believers, they believe in gods. They worship their gods. They have their shrine, temples, and all that they go to. But majority of Nigerians, they are Christians and Muslims. Yeah. So I move on to the next slide, which is showing you a very special place I'd like you to take a look at. We call it the Federal Capital Territory. It is called Abuja. Yeah. A lot when I got into the United States, I'll be like, where are you from Nigeria? Oh, Abuja? Do you know? Yeah, everybody knows Abuja. This is our capital in Nigeria. So it was actually declared the capital on December 1991. Yes, it was not actually the capital before that time. So during that time, it was being made the capital of the country, and its nickname. People, a lot of people would like to pronounce it, and sometimes it sounds kind of strange or something to them. So we have a shortened name for it. You can just call it ABJ. So that is Abuja, ABJ. Yeah. So it also have its state title, because every state in Nigeria has its own title. Yeah. For Abuja, it is called Center of Unity. It's called Center of Unity. And its nickname is ABJ. We cannot pronounce it Abuja. Yeah, you should know ABJ. Now, I'd like you to look at this video to take a look at Abuja.
Beautiful, right? So beautiful, right?
So that's
very beautiful. So we're glad we're able to share this with you. You know, we're glad we're able to bring this closer to the concept there. That's our natural vegetation, right? It's really almost everywhere.
Okay, so we have a lot of important places in Abuja. We have the Nnamdi Azikiwe airport. We have the Millennium Building. We have so many places like that that you would like to visit when you're in Nigeria. So I'd like you to take a look at the next.
Next slide.
Okay, so now I have the next slide here with me. I'm talking about another state that is kind of popular all over the world. When you talk about Nigeria, you must have heard about the name Lagos. So I'm talking about Lagos State right now. So Lagos State was the former capital of Nigeria right before Abuja became the capital. So right in 1991, they actually moved the capital of the country to Abuja, right from Lagos. Lagos was actually the former capital. Why they did that was because when you look at our map, Abuja happens to be at the center of the country. So it connects all the geopolitical zones in the country together. So it happens to be in the center. So they had to like move it over there. It was like planned, and the state was actually built to be the capital. So I'm actually talking about Lagos State right now. It is the financial and economic hub of the country. Yes, this is where most of the businesses, the manufacturing, the exportation and importation is being done. It's actually in Lagos State because it's kind of sharing its border with, it has a lot of ports, seaports. We have a lot of seaports in Lagos State. So Lagos State houses about 80% of the country's importations. Like I said earlier, it has always held a position as a financial hub of Africa. Yes, like Nigeria being having the largest economy, Lagos is now more like the economic part of the country. And it's one funny fact about Nigeria, about Lagos State that I would like you to know is that is the smallest when we talk about states in Nigeria. Yes, Lagos State is the smallest, yet the most populated state. Yes, I believe you should know why by now, because there's a lot of businesses going on there. There's a lot of economic like benefits right in that state. So because of that, it's the smallest when you look at the landmass, but there are so many people right inside that state in Nigeria. So I talked about Abuja being center of unity before. The state title for Lagos is called Center of Excellence. Yes, it's the Center of Excellence. And we also call it Eko. It's a Yoruba language. Like, it's the only state that have like an English name and also a local name. So Lagos is Lagos. When you're like speaking in English, you say Lagos, but when you're speaking in our local dialect, you call the state another name. You call it Eko. So let's take a look at the video of Lagos State. Lagos up next.
Are you guys from any of these two cities?
Actually, he's from Abuja. He lives in Abuja, but I live in a state about an hour from Lagos State. We share borders together. So I'm always in and out of Lagos State. Right. So I like them to continue from there.
All right, so far so good. I'm sure you must have seen how beautiful Nigeria is from what we have back there at home. You see Lagos. Lagos is the commercial hub of Africa, and you see Abuja, how beautiful it is. And Abuja is centrally located in Nigeria, and it happens to be the federal capital territory. So, yeah, not to that actually, because being if you say our capital is in Nigeria, definitely it is. And for security purpose, you want to safeguard what we have. Abuja is very beautiful, very, very beautiful. So I'm going on to the next slide. I also talk about other beautiful places we have, like we have the Udeme Rock. It's a rock that is very beautiful. We're trying to show you the sights and sounds of Nigeria now. We did the Abuja, Lagos, and other natural places like Udeme Rock. So I'm going to the next place. We have a fine waterfall. It's there in Nigeria. It's called Ayeni waterfall. So beautiful, right? It's a beautiful one. Then we have the Yankari Games Reserve. That's beautiful. Very, very, very good. Then we have okay. All right, so the next slide has to do with our dishes, because we've been talking about all these things. We don't talk about what we eat. It's not yet a complete slide yet. So my colleague here will take the microphone back, where he talks about our dishes. Thank you.
So right here, I think when you talk about dishes in Nigeria, this is actually one of the of people's favorite. Like everybody loves Nigeria jollof rice. Yes, we call it Nigeria jollof rice. And no matter where you are in the world, where you're always looking forward to eating that. And I'd recommend when you visit Nigeria, you should try Nigeria jollof rice. It's actually a big rice. Yes, and it is prepared with a lot of ingredients, like you love it. So let's take a look at another one. Yes, we have pepper soup. We call it pepper soup. Pepper soup is like something you can take at night when you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to eat too much. I just want to take like a cold beer or something like that. This is actually very good. It has a little of natural spices and all in it. And you can prepare it with either chicken, beef, and any kind of like stuff that you want to use. It's very, very, and the best part of it is that it should be served hot. Yes, you need to take it with your spoon when it's hot, so you enjoy it and you have a nice cold beer with it. The other one is called Ayeni. It is a Yoruba name, but it actually means beans and stew. Yeah. So as you can see from my slide, I have beans something like sauce on it with bread. Yes, this kind of beans is something you cook with like water. You have like much water. You mix it with water to prepare it so that to soften the beans so much, and it will be like it's just so delicious. Like you need to eat it with bread. And if you want to enjoy this, actually, you need to take this bread, the top, you remove the top like with maybe your hand or anything, you just remove the top and you fill in the bread with the beans, then you have it covered. Then you, oh my God, you'll be dreaming. Yeah. So let's take a look at the next one. This now, I'm trying to move to the ethnic groups. Those are just popular foods, but I'm trying to talk about the ethnic groups and their food now. Yes, you know, I said earlier that we have three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. We have the Yorubas, the Hausas, and the Igbos. So right now, I want to talk about some of the foods according to each tribe. You know, we have a lot of different cultures and beliefs. So now, this is called Amala and Ewedu. In Nigeria, it is a food that is kind of like people from the western part of Nigeria, the Yoruba people, they eat Amala and Ewedu is mostly their favorite. And for myself, being a Yoruba man, I love eating Amala and Ewedu. You must be looking like, what is this? This is actually, the green part is what you, I think that's called jute leaf here. So you can get that from the tropical areas in the world. So it is actually being picked and like boiled and cooked. Like the yellow part that you can see is what we call begiri. And in Africa, it's beans being mashed together. Yes. And when it's being mashed together, it's being cooked for some time, and we have red oil to it. Then that makes up your begiri. And you can see from the kind of red bowl, white bowl, we have the sauce there. And we have our goat meat. Yes, we love eating goat meat in Nigeria. You could go at any length to eat goat meat in Nigeria because we love it. And we're hoping sooner or later we will have some other stuffs. You can, like eating these now, you can go with maybe chicken, turkey, or whatever you like to eat it with. And we have the brownish stuff there is what we call amala. Yes, it's actually gotten from cassava. You take it, dry it up, and like pound it. Then when it becomes flour, like a flour, when it becomes a flour, then you put it in hot water and just stir it. Then when it becomes thick, that's what you have. So that's majorly for the Yoruba people. And you can see from my right hand side, I have the Yoruba man and a lady. They are both wearing Yoruba dresses. So a Yoruba man will wear agbada, we call it agbada. It's like a big cloth meant for ceremonies. So they put it on, and the woman here is putting on just puba and gili. So that's just about it. Let me go on to the next. Here we have tuwo shinkava. It is a food that is unique to the Hausa people. Yes, I happen to actually be in the northern part of Nigeria for like a year during my national youth service course in Nigeria. So we live in different parts of the country, so we don't really know much about other parts. But when I live there, I get to try some of their foods there too, and it is actually delicious. That's the yellow part that you can see is actually something like from the Yoruba part. They made the mashed beans and they added with red oil and all, and the whitish stuff is gotten from rice. Yes, from the rice you cook it. Then when you start stirring when it's hot, so that it becomes like watery. Then when it becomes a bit sticky, then you pour it, you mold it into any shape that you want. So that's all. And you can see an Hausa man and an Hausa lady there. So now this is another ethnic group and their food. Yes, this is the Igbo tribe. Right here we have what we call ogbono soup. Yes, it is actually a bitter leaf soup. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about bitter leaf before, but it's actually it's common in the eastern part of Nigeria, and a lot of people will love it. And being from anywhere in Nigeria, when you are actually being served any food from any part, you tend to enjoy it because that's our way. We love our food, we love everything about ourselves. And you can see from my right hand side, we have traditional dressed Igbo man putting on beads, red cap, and all. And you can see the local practitioners, they are maybe like entertainers. They are having like a kind of choreography or something. Now, I'd love to move on to the entertainment part of the country called Nigeria. Yes. Actually, we happen to love anything entertainment. And one fact I want you to know about Nigeria is that Nigeria happens to be like a country with the happiest people. Not, I won't say the happiest country, but with the happiest people. Anywhere you go, you always see a Nigerian smiling, no matter what they, like my colleague said earlier, endurance, no matter what they're going through. When you see someone, you smile, you put on a smile, and you say hello. Yeah. So we love to make people happy. That's why we are one of the tops in entertainment. Now, let me talk about this entertainment. When you look at my slide, I have what we call Nollywood. Nollywood is the cinema of Nigeria. Yes, it's the cinema of Nigeria, the Nigerian film industry. Actually, in the world, we got the name Nollywood from Hollywood. Yeah, you got it. From Hollywood, we just felt like, oh, okay, Hollywood. So we said Nigerian Hollywood. We now call it Nollywood. So we are looking at the Bollywood, the Indian Bollywood, and the American Hollywood. Yeah. So in the world, we happen to be the largest movie producers in terms of output. What we like, the kind of movies, the amount of movies we produce, like weekly, on a monthly basis, we produce a lot of movies and people watch it. But we are at the top in terms of revenues generated after United States Hollywood and the Indian Bollywood. We happen to be the one we are the next after those two countries when it comes to revenues generated from movie industry. So now I'd like to go into another part of entertainment that we call the music part. Now, Nigeria, everywhere in the world, when you look at music, you can always trace music back to Africa. Yes, Africa loves music, and we practice it a lot. It's more or less like a religion to us. We love music a lot. We dance, we play music, and do all sorts of choreographies and how. So Nigerian popular music genres include high life, yes, juju, apala, reggae, rock and roll, bongo music, soul, disco, and jazz. Yes, we have a lot of music that we love in Nigeria, especially when it comes to like performing on stage. Nigerians are well known all over the world. And Nigeria, another important fact I want you to know about Nigeria is that we happen to be the kind of music that's taken all over the world right now. We happen to be the pioneers of that kind of music. We call it Afrobeat. I don't know if you've heard about it before, but it happens to be like most of our American artists here, like Beyonce, Drake, the Canadian rapper, and all are like moving into that and taking samples from Africa and looking at it. And Nigerians have been winning awards recently, like international awards, due to the fact that we are the pioneers of Afrobeat, and we have a lot of good performance from Nigeria. So let's take a look at the next slide. Yes, when you talk about entertainment, you should know the next is sport. Yeah, we call it entertainment and sport. So Nigeria, we love sport a lot. As you can see, we are kind of energetic. We love going through rigorous exercise. That's to show you that we love what we call sports. So football is the most popular sport in Nigeria. Yes, football. We love playing football, and that's what we call American soccer here. It's not the NFL. So we love football, and the national team is called the Super Eagles. Yes, we believe we are more like birds that fly we fly high in the sky. So our national team, as you can see, those guys in the left hand side, they are Nigerian soccer players. So they are representing the colors of Nigeria. And actually, I would say, unfortunately, we actually lost today. We will not be playing in the next World Cup. It saddens the heart. I was like, oh, I'm having a presentation about Nigeria today, and we actually, about 30 minutes ago, we lost to Ghana in the World Cup qualifiers. So we will not be playing at the World Cup, but you still expect a lot from Nigeria. So other sports in Nigeria have basketball, boxing. We have there's a traditional boxing we practice in Nigeria, and it's been like centuries we started this. It is called Dampe boxing. Dampe boxing, yeah. It's not like a boxing where you just like wear gloves and start throwing punches or haul. It's a kind of boxing where you wrap two of your hands together, like two athletes or two fighters, let me say. They just like wrap up their maybe left hand together, and there'll be like a glove on the other one. You know, the other two hands have been tied together, then they throw punches or they throw strike, they strike with the other hand that is like free. So that's what we call Dampe boxing, and it's a kind of boxing that we used to show like our dominance. Yeah, maybe two families or something like that are having like disputes. Okay, can you give us the best from your side? Can you also give us the best from your side? Let's have Dampe boxing. Then they decide the winner, and everybody gets some kind of fun from it. So let's look at some other stuff. Heritage sites in Nigeria. Nigeria, each time when you talk about something in Nigeria, there's always a story behind it. Yes, when we say this, there's a story behind that. When we say that, there's a story behind that too. So we have heritage sites like UNESCO heritage sites in Nigeria, and it's been recognized in the world. Like, you know, when we talk about UNESCO, it's generally worldwide. And the first one I'll talk about there is called Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove. Yes, just like the name sounds a bit scary. Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove is a place in Osun State in Nigeria, and that's actually where I came from in terms of my family. Yeah, my grandfathers and all, we came from Osun State. So when I'm talking about Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove, if the time permits, I would have loved to tell you much story about this grove, but let me just breve it. The Osun Osogbo is known as the place of a god, of a goddess called Osun. Osun is the goddess of fertility. Yeah. So every year on around August, people all over the world they will go to Nigeria to visit Osun Osogbo Shrine, the grove. They go there, there's a river there, you can see the river and those images there. They go there to pray, they take water from the river, and it is believed that anything like you need, like spiritually, like maybe you're praying for something or you want something to happen, you just go to the sacred grove and you pray about it, and everything will come to reality. So Osun is a sacred grove, like I said, and it's like everybody in the world comes there, and there's another special occasion, incident that happened during that time of the year. I happen to live in a city close to the States too. So we noticed that every year when this Oshogbo is going on, like when they're having the festival, when people are around there taking prayers and all, there used to be like non-stop rains for like several days. There's always rain, like where it's going to keep raining through all those periods. So it's actually believed that it's because they are worshiping that goddess of fertility at the moment. So a lot more about that. And if you look under that, there's another one called Idore Hills. Idore Hills happens to be in Ondo State, in another state in Nigeria. And there's another story behind it. I believe you might want to hear about it, but I'll just tell you a little stuff on this. The hills is about a century, and we have so many like houses and residential homes built around it. It has so many features, like you can see the site, and there's a very how do I call it? There's a footprint on this hill that no matter where you are from the world, when you go there, when you put your footprint in it, it gets to match the footprint. No matter if the leg is like big, like footprint, when the foot is big enough, like when you put it, it tends to match it. When another person, like a small kid, like putting maybe the small footprint in it, it's gonna keep matching. Like those kinds of things are mysterious. Well, let's just keep talking about going. Let's just keep. Yeah. On to the next slide. We have the walls of Kano. Yes, it was built in 1095. Yes, it's been so many years ago that it's been built like this. And it started around 1095, and they finished the old structural building about the 14th century. And up to now, when you go to Kano State, Kano State is in the northern part of Nigeria. It belongs to the Hausa people. So though it belongs to the old Nigeria and whole, so you'll still meet the walls of Kano, which have been built so many years ago. The next one there, I have the first-story building in Nigeria, and it is in Lagos. That's the first-story building. It happens to be a house built for like the missionaries when they came to Nigeria to introduce us to Christianity back there. And this happened to be the first-story building, and we still have it up to today. It's in Badagry in Lagos State, and that reminds me, Badagry is also having, when you look at Badagry, it's in Lagos State, like I said. It has something I want you to know about. It's like, it's kind of close to like seaport. So that's where, back in those days when we don't have slave trade, that's where there's a place in Badagry they call Point of No Return. Yes. Back in those days, when there was slave trade in Africa, in Nigeria, a lot of people from Europe and other parts of the world come to Nigeria and they buy slaves from Africa. So there's a particular point in Badagry where they call the place Point of No Return. That means anytime a slave crosses such border, there is no going back. So they have built like a sort of monument there or something like that. But actually, it's not on my slide here, but I'm just telling you more about it. So, on to the next, we have Ogbunike Caves. Ogbunike Caves is another, as you can see on the slide, it's the outer, you can see the outer part of the whole cave, and it has about 365 steps to go down into the cave itself. So let me go through this.
All right.
Okay, so
Right.
All right, to further continue what you have said, we've talked about the history, we've talked about the culture, we've talked about the food and all that. So I will quickly rush into, I wouldn't want to rush into this, but I will go into it carefully. The person we have on our screen here is the President of the Nigeria, is the Grand Commander-in-Chief of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Aside that, is a leader in Africa, is well respected all over the world for his discipline, and I've not been able to meet him, but people who have met him, they really commented on how high his sense of humor is. So he's a very, very good leader. So I will go to the next slide. Nigeria has been able to produce a lot of people that we know globally in the world. So he's our president. The next slide has to talk about famous Nigerians. We have Aliko Dangote, happens to be the richest man in Africa. He's a Nigerian too. For that going forward, we have Wole Soyinka, who is the Nobel Prize in Literature. I just have to tell you how well we are when we talk about education. We don't joke with education in Nigeria. So we have Wole Soyinka as a Nobel Prize in Literature. We also have people like Anthony Joshua, who is a professional boxer. When we talk about Nigeria, we talk about strength, talk about dignity and all that. Anthony Joshua is a professional boxer that is known globally because he has the strength as a Nigerian. We also have David Adeleke, who is a musician, very popularly known. We have Ayodeji Balogun, is actually a Grammy Award winner. That talks about how well we do in music industry, how well we are creative to what we do and all that. So we have Agbani Daregu. She was Miss World in 2001. That's talk about our creativity, so our beauty. And we also have Israel Ade Sonya, a UFC middleweight championship. Is also a Nigerian. We have Damini Ugulu, popularly known as Burna Boy. He's also a Grammy Award winner. And we all know this history of Grammy Award. You can't just clinch on it easily. You have to work hard to have this award. So, well, I think that is, anyways, not to waste our time, I'm standing here looking differently with my attire, and I would say this cap represents royalty, and this fabrics is made in Nigeria. We made this in Nigeria, so and probably my shoes too. We made it in Nigeria. So whatever I'm saying right now, Nigeria is very, very industrious. I think this is where I think we are pretty done with our presentation. As you see, Nigeria is very large. I wish we had enough time to be able to explain this to all of us here. I'm putting myself here because I've learned much from everything. So, well, I think we're going to close. We'll be giving up the mic right now to the organizers.
Thank you. We thank you for making the time to take us and explore Nigeria. We really appreciate your presentation. I know that people are logging in Zoom, so if you could put the people that are here, for those that are able to stay in Zoom, and any questions here that you have for the presenters before we go. Questions in Zoom? I know that there was, if you could pull I know that I asked a question in regards to the money. Okay. There was a person that converted and let us know. I don't know if you know the person, Mike Anthony. Do you know Mike Anthony?
All right.
So it's right there. So it seems like an area is less than 5 cents.
Yeah.
So here in the US.
Okay.
and the rest just a great presentation. Okay, for those that still in Zoom, let's take our traditional picture for coffee hour. So open your camera and speakers if you could be in the front, and we would take a picture.
Fresh one again, just in case. 1, 2, and 3.
All right.
Very much.
Thank you. Thank you, and see you next week for those that join us. Thank you for staying after the hour. I know that your time is very precious.
Yeah.
Goodbye, see you next week.
Bye all. Bye. Hi, Monica. Hi, Donna.
Bye, guys, and
Bye.
thank you.
See ya.